I am down at the Administrative Professionals Conference here at the TELUS Convention Center, and we are asking some of the members, what kind of events do they plan? Why do they matter? What's important about them? What gets them really excited about those events? And some of the challenges that they might be facing. So let's listen in.
Hi there, my name is Krista Hebert. I'm the president of the Calgary Branch Association of Administrative Professionals.
So I am Jimmy Lee Bennard, and I'm the estate butler from the Azabridge Estate Hotel in the foothills of Alberta, just southwest of Calgary.
My name is Jacqueline Height, and I'm a senior executive assistant at Tri-West Capital Partners, and I'm also a leadership coach.
Sure, I'm Dean Stanton, and I have a company called I Love Color, where I supply interactive art projects to events and parties.
I'm Andrea Davis. My company is Ballyhoo Concepts.
Okay, my name is Caroline Sengrat, and I work for Terra HDD Solutions.
Danielle Mangino from Evolution AV.
Hi, my name is Marco Iafredi, and I'm from Better Breakthroughs.
Yeah, my name is Evelyn Servo, and I'm here representing the Kayani Caring Hands.
And I'm Shelley Leach Laughlin, and I too am with the Kayani Caring Hands.
I'm Lindsay, and I work at Painted Pony Energy for the last 7 years.
I am Linda Bergeron, and I work for CPHR Alberta.
Well, today is our big day, our Western Canadian Admin Conference. So obviously we're all volunteers, but massive touch points in event planning is all happening right now. So the essence of everything from the logistics, from finding a really good venue that's going to be suitable to our attendees, to food, to speakers. This year for us, a massive part of energy went into finding what our theme is going to be and making sure that it had a very cohesive flair to make sure people were left really inspired. And I think we really landed on something special with our theme, Build and Empire, Leave a Legacy.
Currently, I am working on, well, I'm about to give a presentation in half an hour, but I am actually working on taking myself to further my future for 2020. So I'm starting a new job in 2 weeks, and I'm just wrapping everything up at my previous job. And my last big project will be a big wedding that we're doing on Saturday.
Currently, I am working on planning the 8th annual Tri-West Partners Forum, which is opportunity for about 170 people to come to Banff, and it's a partnership networking opportunity for sponsored companies. And it's I think the 6th year that I've been planning.
We're here at the conference of Administration Professional for Western Canada, and we are rocking a cool mural that we'll reveal at the end of the day that everybody's participating in. I think we've almost gotten everybody so far, but there's still a few victims to bring in, but it's going well.
In my promotional and branding career, I work a lot with companies who have a social and sustainable focus. I do whatever possible to allow my clients to present something that's not going to land up in the landfills. There's so much right now, from working with apple core and peel and wheat husks and repurposed PET water bottles. And as long as there's a will, there's a way. I do whatever possible to allow my clients to have the gift of presenting something that doesn't go to the landfills.
I have my hands on quite a few projects, actually all the projects within the organization. But they're important because that's the life of the business. That's what we do. So you gotta keep the show going.
Currently working on solutions, alternate solutions for our conference managers, event planners, in terms of how to deliver their conferences and events amidst COVID-19, right? You really can't press the pause button when you're planning an event, right? Especially now. So what do? My company, which is Evolution AV, can deliver that solution through webcasting, teleconferencing, live streaming. So that's currently what we're really busy, that keeps us busy in the last 2 weeks now. And we have companies who are contacting us as well, because a lot of the workforce is going to be working remotely. And so how do we transition an office environment to a remote teleconferencing work as usual, work in session, but from home.
I've joint ventured with a colleague and friend that I've known for 20 years in the health and wellness industry, and we've partnered up to create a program called Empowered Health. And what it is going to be an online membership program where she handles the personal training and I'll handle the coaching, development, habit change, resilience piece, and really tapping into our strengths to help people get an empowered sense of themselves.
So currently, I have just been, very involved in organizing campaigns for Planet Caring Hands, partnering up with local nonprofit organizations. In fact, we have an event coming on March 25, where a group of us are going to be volunteering at the Calgary Food Bank.
With our international program, we're so excited that we do 2 missions a year, and we're able to feed so many children. And we're always looking for people that have that in their heart to share with children.
Well, right now with the oil and gas industry the way it is, we are looking at budgeting all of our events. So we don't want to cancel them because we think it's a very important part of our culture and team building, but we can't afford to do our golf tournament anymore and things like that. So we're looking at lower budget events that are still going to be as impactful.
Currently, I am working on our 2020 PD calendar for all 7 chapters in Alberta, actually, for all of our events. We are looking to obviously look at alternative ways to provide some events to our members, so including more webinars and doing more live streaming. But I currently actually just finished our HRC West Case competition, which is our HR case competition in Edmonton. I had 20 schools from Alberta as well as BC that came to participate. So that's one of my biggest ones that I just finished.
A challenge for us, there's a lot of things that get put forward, but I think for me the biggest challenge would be making sure that the event, we have lots of help. So I enlist volunteers as much as possible. I like to make sure there's wayfinders, there's people to run around and make sure that a paying event attendee is going to feel like they are getting an experience. So how can I enhance that experience? If I am enhancing the experience, what can I do to make it better for that person? And being that we're all volunteers, I like to gather and think, who else can learn from maybe a mentor? And so we work with a lot of the universities in our city. We work with SAIT, Bow Valley College, Mount Royal, and U of C. And so we actually have a program of 18 volunteers rotating throughout the day today that just get to be an extra, eyes and ears on the ground that can help be runners, be wayfinders, grab that extra thing over here, and just really help to facilitate the whole, embodiment of the event. And it always is a beautiful piece. That can be a challenge when you don't have enough people and you have to help make your event go off the way that you envision it. So if you have lots of people that are trained and ready to be hands on the ground, it always ends up being a bigger success. It takes off a lot of stress from the event planners. So there's a little insight to a challenge and how we kind of attack it from a...
I think the biggest challenge is the fear of the unknown, right? So I've been with my current employer for 7 years and it's going great and it's amazing, but I just felt like I wasn't furthering myself. And so with the new decade of 2020, I decided that I was going to put on my big shoes and I'm starting something new, and it's exciting, but it's also scary. So I think it was just that fear of taking that first step, because you're comfortable and when you're in a position for 7 years and to start something new, and it also involves new movement. So big, exciting changes.
Biggest challenge today is COVID-19, but I think we hopefully by September when our event is, we should be doing okay. Also, one of the things I sit on the board of directors for a charity in Calgary called Kids Up Front, and it provides opportunities for kids to go to sporting events and that they would never otherwise get the opportunity to go. And so one of our biggest challenges right now is that we just received word that they canceled the NHL for right now, canceled the NBA, all those different things, and so we're not going to be able to provide those experiences for kids for a little bit. So that's one of the things that we're working through today.
Oh, well, with what I do is essentially, other than the interactive murals, I do illustration work and paintings and commissions and things like that. The hardest work, I suppose, for me personally is just finding new clients and new jobs. what I do is a really cool, very unique service, but it's hard to bridge that gap between getting the work and doing the work. So,
Of course, what can we say on a day like today? My challenges are, of course, budgets, economy, oil and gas in Calgary, in Alberta, and Corona. My personal challenges in business are convincing a client that I'm as good as a huge big company, if not better. I'm self-employed, I've got small business in Calgary. I've been incorporated for close to 20 years. I am of a different generation to the average person who's proud to call themselves my client. I'm possibly a little challenged with technology, doing things the way bigger companies do, but I don't take it as a challenge. I take it as an opportunity for people to know me for who I am and do what I do best.
The biggest challenge is trying to figure out the right project team and size based on the volume and adapting. So we just sometimes find we'll be really light on administrative work, and then the next minute we don't have enough people to help. And so it's kind of hard in this economy to keep your hand on the pulse, whether you think you're going to get an influx of work or it's just coming right up in a moment's notice.
My biggest challenge is a lot of people who maybe are not in the events industry are judging teams, our teams who are still currently meeting. What I'd want to diffuse is the fact that we are taking our own precautions when we do meet. A lot of hand sanitizer going around. There's actually have been no handshakes today. We've been doing the Japanese bow or the elbow. And those are just the little things, but actually big things in the scope of things when you want to have events, right? I'm a hugger, so it's hard because I'm a mom and I'm just like, oh, and I'm just like, okay.
I think competing priorities, like anybody else. I'm a dad, husband, working, so all of these different things pulling on very important pieces of time.
Well, the biggest challenge right now is really just creating awareness to everybody and how we can reach out those people, because we like in my position as the wellness ambassador for Kayani Caring Hands here in Western Canada, there's a lot of people who really don't know much about Kayani Caring Hands yet. And so really that is the challenge, is just to create awareness and educate people about those families and children that needs help.
And the other part of what I'm really passionate about is there are so many people struggling with their health right now, and continue to get more and more prescription medications that are creating huge issues for their bodies. And so we like to meet with those people and show them how they can change that, and they don't have to suffer through all of that and can feel well.
Challenges is it in attendance. I think there's a lot of competition right now in regards to different events that people are offering, and so I think getting those attendance numbers are always a struggle, just because of the different events that are happening, and also just conflicts, right? People have busy schedules, and we're kind of not always on the priority list for everyone. So
I'm just really excited with our culture because we moved offices about a year and a half ago, and since moving, so we're not spread out over so many floors. The communication has grown immensely, and the impromptu, like, oh, hey, you're in the kitchen, so am I, let's go grab coffee. That kind of stuff has grown a lot, which is really great. So I think our culture and our just overall mood at the office has really improved over the last year and a half.
I think what I'm most excited about is where my journey's taking me. So I am starting a new job and I'm starting my own company, and I'm really looking forward to what 2020 will bring, because I've been out of the city for so long that after 7 years, I'm coming right back down to downtown Calgary, and I think I'm very excited to be back where it all started 7 years ago.
My excitement is being at this conference. There's a lot of like-minded people here. I really do think that admin professionals are such a bottom line integral part of any business, especially businesses here in Calgary. Trying to operate your business without a bin is like trying to ride a bicycle with no tires or very flat tires. And so I'm excited by what I'm seeing here today. I'm excited by the people that are just daring to imagine that their lives can be a little bit better, a little bit different.
What excites me is just every project is different, and I get to meet a ton of people, which I like. And in terms of growth, I mean, what I do personally is the kind of cool creative part is that I can expand it into anything. It's very modular, so I can do tiny art kits, or I can do giant murals, I can do all these different things that utilize the public in a way that creates a cool project that I can guarantee that it'll look good at the end, you know? So I've been working on that formula to make sure I can assure a client that it's going to look awesome, you know? But
what can I say? Possibly spending the next few weeks cleaning up my database, my basement, and getting to know my family.
I'm excited for the summer. I'm excited to see some sun and just to have a little bit more positivity. It's kind of been very somber the last couple of weeks and months. I feel like it started, even back with the Super Bowl, and a lot of, shaming with that. And, it's kind of piggybacked off the virus or the election. So just to, have a little bit more love and positivity.
The most growth, I think, is coming to events like AAP to become part of this community of women who want to empower each other, mentor each other, and pretty much just help each other out in terms of, what event do you need to put on, right? And a lot of us are moms, right? So we honestly do know that it takes a tribe to do successful things. And that's what I'm excited about is women are not catty anymore. We're coming into a generation and a decade where women are like Beyonce. It's like, what would you do?
What I'm most excited about right now, one, the challenge is for sure something I'm incredibly excited about, and actually getting out and speaking more with respect to how do we create breakthroughs by tapping into our character strengths. How do we create breakthroughs in terms of understanding our why and bringing those strengths together with that why.
Yes, I'm very excited about really the idea and the educational part and the creation of our awareness part of our company, because there's so many people out there that are still relying on medications and depending on their doctor's prescription and all that. But really, there's a lot of different ways out there, and because our company only produces products that are derived from natural, organic, certified ingredients, really this is my passion right now.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about the people we get to help, the lives we see changing so dramatically. And the other part I'm excited about is we feed over 3 million children a year, and we're looking to expand that to double, triple that in the near future. So we're really excited about that.
I think a lot in design and different things that you can do, especially around technology, I think is a big one right now.
Oh, I'd say the most growth right now is coming from our students is a big one. They're recognizing how vital it is to network. Right now, entering the workforce for the first time without job experience is it's unfamiliar territory, and if they can get anything that will help them have an upper edge against their competitors is invaluable. So for us, I'd say, yeah, that's a huge piece. Yeah.